Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back today for another video. So, the topic for this is this deal in 9.2, but also, the Heart of Fire event and, how it correlates to last year's Omega Days event. Kind of a what to expect for this year, some analysis, some predictions, and just some insight from someone who's been playing the game for coming up on 9 years this October. And I've been known to be pretty knowledgeable about this kind of stuff. I've made some pretty accurate predictions over the course of the years. I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of how Kabam operates. And, they like to... I love the saying, history repeats itself. That's definitely true with Kabam. They have these cycles that they like to do. And it's able to kind of predict based off their previous patterns. So, is this deal worth it? Now, right now, the day that Act 9.2 drops, this deal can be absolutely tempting and it can look pretty good. So, you're getting a full 7-star rank 4, but there's a caveat. It is a gem, so you don't get to choose which class. Now, for me, that is a big deal. That's a very big caveat for me because I'm so picky, so particular about the champions that I want to take to a 7-star rank 4 level. Right now, it's literally Onslaught and Thanos, who I think are the two best champs in the entire game. So I don't just want to get some random class. There's maybe 1 to 2 champions max I would even pull the trigger on for a rank 4 right now. Random, for me, that's a deal breaker. I don't know why the art is all white now. That's weird. And then you're also getting a Titan Nexus, which, a Titan Nexus is pretty good, but, the pool right now, not so much. The pool in about 50 days would make this Titan Nexus way better, so if you hold it, it's going to be great. But, if this was a Titan Nexus that just, already had the next pool in it, then I would probably buy this. But with the current pool... and this being random, that really just turns me off this deal. So personally, I don't really like it. I don't want it. I don't think it's that good for me. Now, for other people, if you have, an option in every class, then, maybe it can absolutely be worth it. However, if you have the units on hand, you've been saving up, and you're not just like an Omega whale that can immediately just go and get another 15k units like it's no big deal, then you really need to be careful with spending such a big amount of units. Now, I've seen some people draw this comparison, to the Valentine's Day deal that we had, which was insane. For the same exact price, 15,000 units, you were getting not even 1 full Catalyst, 30 Romance Sigs, and 4.5 million gold. That, compared to a full rank 4 in a Titan Nexus is pretty insane, when you draw that parallel. But, that is just a testament to how static the economy is in Marvel Contest of Champions. The economy grows so fast and so rapidly, which is why so many stores and so many rewards across the game just feel so outdated, because within 2 months, 2-month time from February to now April, 15,000 units of value has more than tripled from getting not even a full Catalyst to now a full rank 4 and a Titan Nexus on top of that. It's pretty insane. But again, we can't just think right now. We gotta think ahead. If that happened in just 2 months, what's gonna happen in the next 2 months? 2 months from now, this deal is not gonna look nearly as good. Because again, the economy is going to continue to rapidly grow. What is gonna happen in a few months' time? We have the upcoming spring cleaning sale, and then we have this year's Omega Days event, the Heart of Fire, and then we have, July 4th, and that's one of the biggest sales of the year. So, all of that is going to rapidly, once again, change the economy in games. So, again, if you're not just someone who can easily get their hands on 15,000 units, I probably don't think you should be picking this up. Because let's talk about some Omega Days stuff from last year. So shout out to myself, actually, for linking this post in my old video description. I'm so glad I did that. The reason I do that is so if I ever come back, well, for you guys to check it out, but also if I ever come back to the video, it's like, boom, I can just get right there. I don't have to spend time searching for it. So, yeah, also, I have the forums pulled up here. Kind of wanted to gauge some of the community's opinion on that, which we can do. But yeah, let's talk some Heart of Fire. So, Heart of Fire, who we already have confirmed, Apocalypse, Nick Fury, and now Immortal Abomination. That's basically this year's Omega Days event. So let's take a look at, last year's Omega Days event to kind of gauge, what we can expect, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the Omega Charge Paragon Plus event here. So this was 2 points. You open a Paragon Omega or Valiant Omega crystal, and these are the milestones. So, we're not going to focus too much on the early on milestones. There's small amounts of units, small amounts of crystals. You open crystals, you get units, you open more crystals. It's a cycle. That's how they hook you in, Then we start to see, okay, a 7-star Omega crystal, all right? Then we have a 7-star 1 to 2 Omega gem. Then we have another 7-star crystal. Then we have another 1 to 2 gem. Then we have more Valiants, and we have more units, more Valiants, more units. But then, here, now remember, last year, around this time, 2024, 7-star rank 3s was the highest rank in the game. A rank 3 gem was a very big deal a year ago. Again, things changed so much in just 2 months, let alone, a full year. So we had the 2 to 3 rank up gem, and that's not even, the highest reward here. It's the 4th highest. Then we had an Omega Days Awakening gem. Then we had Sig Stones, and then a full-on Selector. So I can absolutely, positively see something very similar like to this coming for this Heart of Fire event. And keep in mind, to get all of this, I'm pretty sure it was well over 30,000 units. So again, if you're not someone who can just quickly and easily get their hand on 15,000 units, and you want to participate in the Heart of Fire deal, this is a bad buy. So, what can we expect this to translate in value over the course of a year? So I can absolutely, positively, once again, see a 3 to 4 Heart of Fire specific rank up gem. I feel like it probably maybe wouldn't be the 4th highest, maybe it'd be a little bit higher. But I think that's like almost a guarantee at this point in time. I would bet good money. I would bet an Odin without even thinking about it that we're going to get a 3 to 4 Heart of Fire specific gem in the event. Absolutely. Also, a Heart of Fire Awakening gem. That makes total and logical sense as well. Sig Stones could absolutely follow suit too. And a Selector for sure. I could honestly see us getting maybe even more than one Selector. So yeah. I absolutely think we're going to see, another rank 4 gem for, I don't know if it's going to be, it's probably going to be a bit more steeper than 15,000 units. But it's not going to be random, it's going to be for the event, a specific event. And, so far, the champions are looking, pretty good. Apocalypse, Nick Fury, and iBomb. Out of those 3, Nick Fury 100,000,000% would get that gem for me. That would be an easy rank 4 option. Like, out of every champ in the game right now, I feel like Nick Fury's, I want to rank 4 him more than pretty much anyone else, which is another contributing factor for me personally why I'm really not too intrigued by this, because Nick Fury's not out yet. The champions that are going to be in the next Titan Crystal, I don't have them yet. Those are the champions I want to be using a 7-star rank 4 gem on. Not really who I currently have, so that's just another reason for me to not be picking this one up. So, yeah, with all that considered, man, I think the play is to save units. I think Kabam, kind of designed this deal to try their best to drain our units before the Heart of Fire event, and also before the spring cleaning event, aka this year is called Red and Dead's Shed or something like that. I think this is 100% a ploy to drain our units before those big events come. Because what's going to happen when you're out of units and these shiny new awesome events come along? It's going to get people to buy more units. You know, that I think that is 100% what Kabam is trying to do. I think this could have easily been more units, more than 15,000 units. I think they specifically made it a bit lower to try to entice more people to just deplete their units before these big upcoming events. I really think that is the case here, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's you know, I feel like 15,000 is just enough to really get people to consider it. You know, I feel like it was a pretty genius price point. If it was any less, it would have almost been a no-brainer to pick up. Like if it was 10,000 units, I would probably get it. I'm sure a lot of people would probably get it. But 15,000, that's too much. That's too much, you know. I think they found like the right amount for this to try to do what they're trying to do. So let's see. Let's see what some people are on the forums are saying. WTF, they finally made it good. See? People see that, they think it's good for that price. And like I said, it is good right now. But a month from now, it's gonna depreciate so much in value. 2 months from now, it's gonna be an obsolete deal. So definitely worth it. You can have an extra rank 4, which is worth the money. Not sure one rank 4 is worth 15k. Like if it was a generic rank 4 gem, that would be different. But again, it's RNG. 1 out of 6. Now I'm curious what the spring sale will look like. I'm guessing this winter we'll be seeing rank 5 and the next progression title. Okay, that's a bold prediction. Rather wait for 7-4 deals. That's actually a good deal. One of the better ones we have seen. Also the unit cost unlike previous ones. May not be ludicrous to consider holding off one path in 9.2, 7-4 deals, or until Deadpool deals. I've heard a lot of people talking about this, like waiting. Personally, like I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait to do new content. You know, that's not fun at all for me. It can absolutely be smart, but it's not fun. So is this deal? This is definitely completion. It's a good deal, but I'm not planning on dropping 1K in a mobile game in the same month. They should have made it a pop-up after exploration. That is fair, because yeah, once you trigger it, like how much time does it have on it now? Oh yeah, it only lasts, I think, 24 hours. I only got 16 hours left on it. Damn. It all depends on the time you do 9.2 and how much you care about the Heart of Fire champions. Yeah, I think that definitely plays a big part. I don't think rank 4 is worth spending $500 straight up for, depending on how many units you have saved. If spring sales going on, I'd say it's pretty decent worth it, since you're going to be getting other items for your money. However, if you're going to be grinding units and won't have them within a month, then don't worry about it. Rank 4s are only going to be getting cheaper and cheaper as the year goes by. Yeah, I like Pickaloo. He's a good dude. And this statement right here is just absolute facts. As more time goes on, the rank 4s are only going to depreciate in value and become cheaper for us to acquire. So, you know, I just wanted to make a full dedicated video talking about this, giving my full thoughts on it, on this, and, you know, what's coming in the next couple of months. So that is going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I wish this art wasn't all whited out. It looks pretty nice. I'm probably going to use it for the thumbnail. Let's just put it here then. So yeah, guys, that is going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Drop a comment, you know, let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Love hearing your guys' feedback. What do you think about the offer? Did you cop it? Did you pick it up? Are you tempted? Are you thinking about maybe delaying doing the content to see the new deals and then maybe pick it up? That's not a bad idea. Let me know what your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy any of my opinions, I would appreciate a like, rating, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be absolutely live streaming, you know, when the spring sales, the Red and Dead Shed stuff goes live. We'll be breaking down all the value on that. So if you want to see it, you know, hit the little bell to be notified. I'll probably be live streaming the moment it drops to check it out and everything, give my analysis. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I believe that's next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday. I think April 25th. That is when that is dropping. All right, hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. Peace.